Alright, well in today's video I'm going to be showing you 35 different tips inside of Grow a Garden. So yeah, make sure to watch to the end because these tips will really help you out to make your first billion. Or if you don't already have a billion, these tips will still really help you out. But yeah, before we start, please subscribe because I'd really appreciate it and helps me out a lot. But yeah, enough talking about and let's get into the video. Alright, and the first tip is when you have actually like a decent amount of money, like millions or like 100 million, make sure to like not buy these like lower like seeds, like for example like tomato, corn, daffodils, and watermelon and pumpkins, because they're not like really worth it when you have a lot of money because they're just gonna take up a lot of your space in your garden. But yeah, so it's not really that worth it. And the second tip is make sure to like join servers that are like quite full if you're just like starting out, because as you can see, if the servers are full, you're probably gonna like go on one of these, which you don't even have to spend money of the recall wrenches to teleport to the gear shops and over here, which will save you quite a bit of money if you're like struggling to get your first millions and stuff. But yeah, and of course, definitely don't buy the refresh eggs or any from like the gear shop or from the seeds. Just don't buy any like with Robux because they're not really worth it. They're gonna like, because these ones are quite expensive, the ones that most people want to buy, and it's just not worth it because you can like set up an auto click or a macro, which is another tip. If you want to have, you can like set up a macro to buy like and not that, like buy these like in stocks, which is really helpful if you don't like have any Robux or don't want to spend it. But yeah. And this tip is actually a method that I used in my previous video, which is actually when you get your sprinklers out and then you place all of them like on any of like the fruit that you want. The moon melon is the best so far to do it on, because as you can see, you can go on my previous video and see how much money I got from just doing the moon melon strat, which is basically just putting down all of your sprinklers, like when you collect all your moon melons and then you just collect and put all the sprinklers on the moon melon or any fruit that you want, but the moon melon is the best so far. But yeah, that's how you actually get a ton of money, because I got 6 billion yesterday. But yeah, that's another tip. And also, if you don't really want to like, if you're kind of lazy and don't want to like get your money yourself, you can just leave your garden for like a few hours and then it will actually like grow like a ton of fruits, and then you actually can make a lot of money as well. But yeah. And another tip is literally what I just said. Just buy sprinklers because they're really good for like the early games as well, which is another tip. But then the next tip is look up for like tier lists online, because they can show you what like fruits are good and which ones, like which seeds to actually buy. But yeah, that's another tip. But another tip is make it like, if you really want to go all out, then just go online and you can look up like the mutation chances to see, because as you know, different mutations give you more money. But yeah, that's another tip. And these next few tips are actually just about pets, which the first tip is definitely get pets from like the egg shops over there and from like events, because they're really useful. And another tip is definitely feed your pets, because if you don't feed them, that might be the one of the reasons why you don't make that much money. And again, you can look up for the next tip, you can look up online for like tier lists for pets, but you can find out which pets are also really good, because some are like kind of bad and some are really good, which you can actually get a lot of money from. And the next tip is definitely look out for like big trees like this mango I have right here, because this can produce a lot of mangoes and it will get you a lot of money if you get mutations on all of the mangoes. Yeah. And this tip is literally similar what I said earlier. I said that you have big like mango trees, but also if you have like a big apple tree like I do, like over there, you can delete it if you want to place something else for making more money. But I don't really need anything, and this kind of looks nice, which is kind of sad for me. But yeah, if you want to, you can delete that tree or anything that big that is not making you that much money, because like these coconuts make like a decent amount of money. They're not that good, because yeah, they're not really good, but if you get a big one, you don't really need it as well. But yeah, that's another tip. But the next tip is also for beginners. Go to the gear shop, and I'll show you right now. Definitely buy the watering can, which is at the top, because it is extremely useful for like speeding up your growth process if you don't want to wait. But the next tip is also, do not buy this because it's just a waste. Yeah. This tip is for PC users. I don't really know how to do this tip for mobile users, but what you're gonna do is hold E, press escape, and just keep holding E, and then press undo escape. And as you can see, it also collects all my fruits for me. So if your like hand is hurting or you're just too lazy to hold or like collect, you can just do this. And to undo it, you just like basically spam E and collect E like this, and then yeah, just stop collecting. So yeah, that's another tip. And then of course, another tip is use all the space you have in your garden, which I'm not really doing that so good. But yeah, if you want to make a ton of money and you're like in like the mid game, like not make like you're having like millions, like 100 millions, use up all the space you have because it will make you a ton of more money. And another tip is whenever you go into a game after like a few hours, you can quickly like get a seed done, and like you can like place the corns. Okay, why did I pick up corn? But you can like place it down, and when like the if you do it in time, the white screen will like pop up, and then like it will actually grow like every few hours. And another tip is actually if you like go into your garden and if you like collect this like moon melon for example, and if you do it in time as well, the flashback will be, and the moon melon will actually grow back, which is also extremely OP for like getting more money and seeds. And another tip is actually if you know the lunar events, the moonlit mutation can actually downgrade like the value of the fruit sometimes, which I'm not sure what. I think it does though. Which if you're like getting if you have like expensive fruits like shocked and stuff, maybe like try to not get a moonlit on it because I think sometimes it will like downgrade the value of it. But yeah. Another tip is actually if you go over to the gear shop like over there, what I learned is you can go to the daily quest and it will actually give you seed packs, which sometimes those seeds like which aren't even in the shop, which is extremely like valuable and good. But another thing is if you go to the shop over here, there's a forever pack which also has a chance to get like the super seed I think it's called, and it can actually give you like a rainbow or golden like a fruit which like you know these normal ones, it could give you like a golden or rainbow like coconut like the whole tree for example. And another tip is if you're starting out and you have a bit of Robux, do not buy these like coins because they're just not worth it. If you have like Robux, then go into like, I know this is kind of rude and stuff, but go into like rich like servers which you can actually like steal fruits from other people. And right now the favorite tool is actually not working, so that's another tip. So do not buy the favorite tool unless you wanna will still get stolen. And another tip is going to like private servers because it is also really good and people will not steal your fruits if you're extremely rich as well. And the next tip is actually if you have like some high spots on like your fruits, get like some bamboo seeds. Let me get them out real quick. There we go. I have 518 of them. I don't know why, but you're gonna like place them down like a couple of them because bamboo you can actually like climb. You can like climb the bamboo for like high like spots in your garden. And another one is since the cosmetic items like update came out, you're gonna get like stuff like this. I also built myself a little tree house, which is I know it's not in this video, but you can build stuff like this to reach like more like stuff like here over here. So yeah, that's another useful thing for this tips. And another tip is actually make sure to do this event because it will give you a lot of the good stuff to actually help you out. For like, for example, like pets, and especially this one because it gives you a tiny bit of XP, and it also gives you eggs, which gives you a chance to get a lot of good pets as well. And these staffs are really good as well because they can also yeah, this is also another tip. They can also help you out to get you celestial mutations, which I think is one of the best mutations in the game right now. And if you don't really know how to do these events, there is probably a ton of guides online on like YouTube and stuff how to do them. So yeah, that's another tip. And another tip is, do not waste all of your money on these sea packs, because as you can see, this is really like tempting to try to get the Moon Blossom, but it's insanely like rare to get. Although it says 2.5%, a lot of people have not been getting it, and they have been spending like over 100 sea packs. So definitely, if you have like money, do not, you can spend a little bit if you want, but do not spend all of your money on these sea packs, because these are not really that good, and the Moon Blossom is really hard to get. But yeah, that's love for, I think, tip 34. And then this one, for the next tip, you definitely get these, because these are like actually kind of like decent pets. But also, if you get the raccoon, it is insanely OP, because it can also steal other players' fruits. So you don't even have to steal money, to be honest. Like real, you don't have to spend real money to steal real like fruits from other people. But yeah, that's gonna be in the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope I helped you guys, and yeah, please subscribe, because this took me a while to make. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.